Parikrama ki jai. So thank you very much for joining us, and today we'll be going from Dauji to Brahmanda Ghat, and our Vrajamandal Parikrama is almost done. Last 4 days are remaining. So we will try to cover 2 days Parikrama today. So first we go Chintaharan Ghat. Chintaharan Ghat is the place where Mother Yashoda worshipped Lord Shiva to become free from her anxiety. Chinta means anxiety and Haran means to take away. There is a temple of Lord Shiva here. He is called Chintaharan Mahadev. Mother Yashoda was always in anxiety about her beloved son's welfare, and in his role as Kshetrapala, it was Lord Shiva's responsibility to keep all undesired elements out of Vraja. It was natural that for Mother Yashoda to approach Lord Shiva to keep her son safe. Next is Brahmanda Ghat. Brahmanda Ghat is a part of Nanda Maharaja's courtyard. As infant, Krishna, Balaram and the other cowherd children came here to play. One day, Balaram and the other cowherd boys complained to Mother Yashoda and Krishna had eaten dirt. Mother Yashoda was upset by this, and she picked Krishna up onto her lap to look into his mouth and rebuke him. However, when she questioned him, Krishna denied the charge. He said the boys were simply speaking lies about him. Mother, if you think they are speaking the truth, then look into my mouth and see for yourself. All right, then, open your mouth wide, she challenged. When Krishna opened his mouth wide by the order of Mother Yashoda, she saw within his mouth all moving and non-moving entities, outer space and all directions, along with mountains, islands, oceans and surface of the earth, the blowing winds, fire, the moon and the stars. She saw the planetary system, water, light, air, sky and creation by the transformation of Ahankara. She also saw the senses, the mind, sense, perception and the three qualities, goodness, passion and ignorance. She saw the time allotted for the living entities. She saw natural instinct and reaction of karma, and she saw desires and different varieties of bodies, moving and non-moving. Seeing all these aspects of the cosmic manifestations only with herself and Vrajamandal, she became doubtful and fearful of her son's nature. Mother Yashoda saw in her son's mouth the entire cosmic manifestation, which includes the universe, Brahmanda. That's why this place is known as Brahmanda Ghat. Owing to her intense material affection, Yashoda Devi could not believe her eyes. She wondered if she was dreaming. But how could she be? It is daytime and she is sitting on the bank of Yamuna with wide open eyes. Perhaps she had been put into some kind of illusion by a demigod. But this too was implacable. I am a simple cowherd lady and with no connection to the demigods. What business would they have showing these things to me? Next, she considered that this vision may be due to bewilderment, but again Mother Yashoda dismissed this possibility. She was in good health and quite capable of thinking clearly. So why should there be any bewilderment? Finally, she concluded that this vision must be due to baby Krishna's mystic power. So she simply offered her obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead for the protection of her child. Srila Prabhupada's purports are highly instructed for us. He writes, Mother Yashoda, being a simple woman, could not point out the real cause of the vision. Therefore, out of material affection, she simply offered obeisances unto the Supreme Lord to protect her child. She could do nothing but offer obeisances to the Lord. One should not try to understand the supreme cause by argument or reasoning. When we are beset by some problem for which we can find no reason, there is no alternative than to surrender to the Supreme Lord and offer Him our respectful obeisances. Then our position will be secure. This was the mean adopted in this instance also by Mother Yashoda. Whatever happens, the original cause is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Although during this pastime Mother Yashoda briefly experienced Krishna's supremacy and her own subordinate position as his servant, Yogamaya helped her quickly forget it. Again, overwhelmed by motherly love, she kissed her son with affection. There is a nicely maintained temple here in which we take darshan of charming shiny black deity of Krishna. At the side of the temple courtyard, vendors sell little balls in the shape of pedas. They are made from the clay of Vrajamandal, the same that Krishna ate. Taking the balls as the Lord's Mahaprasad, the devotees buy them and nibble on them. Vrajamandal is the Nanda Maharaja's courtyard. The Damodar pastime happened only a few meters from here, a place called Vrajamandal. So everybody knows the pastime of Damodar pastime, as we are reciting it almost every day. We go to for Damodar Aarti. So I will go next. We will go to Vrajamandal. First we stop at Gokul. There are many places connected with the Lord's appearance and childhood pastime here. Of course, Gokul is about half a kilometer from Vrajamandal, and both places are actually inside Nanda Maharaja's courtyard. Therefore, we can understand to reach Gokula, we will have to walk through the very area where the Lord crawled and then played as child. As we mentioned before, Nanda Maharaja and his community stayed in Gokula until Krishna was 3 years old. Vrajamandal, here Mother Yashoda tied Krishna to grinding mortar and he accepted it as great fun. This sacred place is called Yamalarjun Bhajan Tirtha. Yamalarjun Bhajan Tirtha. When we have been worshipping Lord Damodar every day for the past 1 month, and now we have arrived at the site where it all took place. Ukhar Bandhan means grinding mortar and Bandhan means to tie. We cluster around a small grinding mortar which represents the Damodar pastime embedded in the stone. Across the road there is a hillock with a small building on top. This place used to be the cow shed where Gargamuni secretly performed Krishna and Balarama's name-giving ceremony. On Vasudeva's request, Gargamuni visited Nanda Maharaja at his home. When Nanda Maharaja saw Gargamuni, he easily understood the sage's exalted position. So he rose from his seat and received the sage with great respect. Speaking pleasingly and glorifying Gargamuni, Nanda Maharaja then asked him to perform his children's name-giving ceremony. Gargamuni, however, objected. He explained that he was well known as the Acharya of Yadu dynasty. If he performed the rite for Krishna and Balaram, Kamsa would know they were Devaki's son and try to kill them. Still, Nanda Maharaja didn't want the children to miss out on the purificatory process, so he humbly asked Gargamuni to perform the ceremony in secret in his cow shed. Nanda didn't even tell his relatives about it. Gargamuni then did what he already wanted to do. Gargamuni said, "This child, the son of Rohini, will give all happiness to his relatives and friends by his transcendental qualities. Therefore, he will be known as Rama. And because he will manifest extraordinary bodily strength, he will also be known as Bala. Moreover, because he united two families, Vasudeva's family and the family of Nanda Maharaja, he will be known as Sankarsana. Your son Krishna appears as an incarnation in every millennium. In the past, he assumed 3 different colors, white, red and yellow. And now he has appeared in a blackish color. In another Dwapar Yuga, he appeared as Lord Ramachandra in color of Shuka, a parrot. For many reasons, this beautiful son of yours sometimes appeared previously as the son of Vasudeva. Therefore, those who are learned sometimes call the child Vasudeva. For this son of yours, there are many forms and names according to his transcendental qualities and activities. These are known to me, but people in general do not understand them. Next is Sapta Samudra Kupa. Right behind the cow shed, we find Nanda Maharaja's well, Sapta Samudra Kupa. This well contains water from 7 oceans of the universe. It's said that Nanda Maharaja, who was acting as a Vaishya king, followed the custom of bathing with the water this well to become free from sins. Vaishyas knowingly commit such as cutting down trees and so on. We take shortcut and climb a hill to Nanda Maharaja's grand place, Nanda Bhavan. Nanda Maharaja's large capital, full of many beautiful places and decorated with large regal gates and splendidly manifested in the forest of Mahavan. In that city, Lord Vishnu, who is full of all auspicious transcendental quality, who never takes birth and who rescues his devotees from the cycle of birth and death, was born in this world. The Bhakti Ratnakar describes what Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu experienced when he visited Nanda Bhavan, as well as the effect it had on those who happened to be there. O Srinivas, it was there that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became overwhelmed in ecstatic love upon seeing the place of Krishna's birth festival. In great love, and the Lord became absorbed in dancing and singing, and by distributing his mercy, he captivated the hearts of all. People came from all directions and chanted the holy name of Lord Hari in ecstasy upon seeing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Everyone's eyes shed tears as they exclaimed that this man was not a sannyasi but Krishna himself. By the influence of the Lord's ecstatic love, people became mad and fell to the ground in ecstasy. Who has the power to understand the activities of Sri Gaurachandra? Mahavan thus became a vast ocean of bliss. Nanda Bhavan has 84 majestic pillars supporting it. Each of these pillars is said to be represent 100,000 species of life, and together they add up to 8,400,000. We embrace the pillars and then circumambulated them, and we pray to end our journey through the 8,400,000 species of the material bodies. We offer our obeisances and take darshan of our heart satisfaction in between beautiful deities of Nanda Maharaja and Mother Yashoda stands a large black deity of Balaram, a small deity of Gopal playing his flute, standing in a cradle in the foreground. There is a rope attached to the cradle. We take turns pulling it and gently swing Gopal. Nanda Bhavan and the Gokul area in general is home to innumerable transcendental pastime places. First, Nanda Bhavan is where the Lord came to live after his appearance in Mathura. We know from Srimad Bhagavatam that when Vasudev carried... Can you please mute your phone? Thank you. We know from Srimad Bhagavatam that when Vasudev carried the Lord to Gokul and to all of Kamsa's guards fell asleep and the doors to the jail miraculously opened. Vasudev then crossed the Yamuna. When he arrived in Gokul, he saw that all the cowherd men were also asleep. Vasudev carefully placed Krishna on the bed next to Mother Yashoda and picked up her daughter before returns Kamsa's prison. Once there, he replaced the iron shackles on his leg. Mother Yashoda, who was exhausted from the labor of childbirth, slept throughout the whole incident. She was unaware whether her newborn child was a boy or a girl, or that an exchange had taken place. Srila Jiva Goswami states that earlier when Nanda and Yashoda the desire to have a child was fulfilled, a transform had taken place from Nanda Maharaja's heart to Mother Yashoda's heart. The transform was not of one but two children, Lord Krishna and Yogamaya. Back to Janmashtami night, the crucial point of this pastime was the moment when Devaki asked the Lord to withdraw his forearm from out of fear of Kamsa. Jiva Goswami described what happened next. When Devaki desired that Krishna cover his forearm from out of fear of cruel Kamsa, and Krishna reciprocating with her desire, appeared in a two-armed form in the jailhouse. At that time, Krishna had already appeared with two arms within Yashoda, along with Yogamaya in Gokul. That two-armed form came from Yashoda to Devaki and merged the forearm from into itself. How did this take place? Yogamaya, who had remained in Yashoda's womb in a formless feature, became Krishna's carrier. Just as a wind moves a blue lotus, that formless Yogamaya took Yashoda's son to Mathura when no one could see. When Yashodanandan Krishna reached the prison, the four-armed form merged into his body. At the time of birth, Yogamaya, situated in Yashoda's womb, made Yashoda faint from bearing the child. Yogamaya then appeared externally on the bed and slept there. The rest has already been described. Vasudeva brought the original two-armed Krishna back to Gokul and exchanged him with Yogamaya before returning to Kamsa jail. That we should seriously try to understand Krishna's appearance in the implication of Janma Karma Chame Divya Emam Yoveti Tattvata, and is the best use of our intelligence. Those who are keen to dive deeper into this topic may consult Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's Sarartha Darshini commentary on the Bhagavatam's 10th canto, as well as Srila Jiva Goswami's Gopala Champu. In addition, we should note that Nanda Bhavan is also the appearance place of Yogamaya. Prior to his own descent, the Lord had ordered Yogamaya to go to Vrajabhumi, where she was to reside initially in an unmanifested form. He also entrusted her with the task of transforming Balarama from the womb of Devaki to Rohini. Finally, Yogamaya herself was to appear on Janmashtami night in a manifest form here in Nanda Bhavan as the daughter of Mother Yashoda. As mentioned above, it was shortly after giving birth to Krishna that Mother Yashoda gave birth to Yogamaya. So she is the Lord's younger sister. We can only imagine how splendid Nanda Bhavan must have been decorated to celebrate Krishna's arrival. This festival takes place on one day after Janmashtami, is called Nandotsav. Vrajapur, the residence of Nanda Maharaja, was fully decorated with varieties of festoons and flags, and in different places gifts were made with varieties of flowers, flower garland, pieces of cloth and mango leaves. The courtyards, the gates near the roads, and everything within the rooms of the houses were perfectly swept and washed with water. When they heard the good news, the cowherd men and women of Praja dressed themselves opulently. Carrying gifts, they approached Nanda Bhavan with jubilant hearts. Rohini Devi was also gorgeously dressed and was walking here and there to receive the women who had come to the festival. The gopis offered blessing to the baby Krishna and sprinkled his transcendental body with a mixture of powder, turmeric oil and water. Eventually, as the ecstatic mood built, the cowherd men splashed each other's bodies with curd, condensed milk and butter. During the early years of his life, Krishna brought much joy to residents of Gokula, captivating their minds and hearts with his sweetness. Sometimes, while crawling in the courtyard out of curiosity, Krishna and Balaram would catch hold of the calf's tail. The calf, feeling its tail pulled, would become afraid and run here and there, dragging the babies along behind them. Laughing, and elderly gopis would stop their household activities and come to rescue Krishna and Balaram. As the Lord gradually learning to speak, he captured the heart of Vrajavasis with his sweet words. Krishna and Balaram eventually learned to stand by holding on to something and walking a few steps at the time. It wasn't long, however, when they were able to walk on their own strength and no longer needed to crawl. Then, as Krishna and Balaram began to play with other children, Sakhyarasa became more and more prominent along with Krishna's restless and naughty games. The neighbors who were friends of Yashoda would come to Nanda Bhavan and inform her about Krishna's mischievous activities. She would stop her household duties and enjoy listening to them. The narration of the Lord's pastimes would thus be presented in the form of compliments. Our dear friend Yashoda, your son sometimes come to our houses before the milking of the cows and release the calves, and when the master of the house become angry, your son merely smiles. Sometimes he devises some process by which he steals palatable curd, butter and milk, with which he then eats and drinks. When the monkeys assemble, he divides it with them, and when the monkeys have their bellies so full that they won't take more, he breaks the pot. Sometimes, if he gets no opportunity to steal butter or milk from house, he will be angry at the householders, and revenge he will agitate the small children by pinching them. Then when the children begin to cry, Krishna will go away. The gopis sometimes held a sweet in their hand and asked Krishna to jump to reach it. Other times they asked him to dance. As they clapped and encouraged him in various ways, Krishna would smile sweetly and dance according to their desire. Sometimes he also sang loudly at their request. Occasionally, Mother Yashoda and the elderly gopis told Krishna to bring some article to them, perhaps a wooden plank or a pair of wooden shoes or a wooden measuring pot. If he couldn't pick the object up, Krishna used to touch it and simply stand there. At other times, he delighted his relatives by striking his body with his arms to show how strong he was. At bedtime, Mother Yashoda sometimes told Krishna the story of Lord Chandra while putting him to sleep. But when he heard how Ravana was disguised as a Brahmana to kidnap Sita Devi, the story had the opposite effect. Krishna became more restless and would call out, "O Lakshmana, where are my bows and arrows?" Sometimes he told him the story of how Lord Nrsimhadev appeared from the pillar to kill Hiranyakashipu, and Krishna's lotus face would light up with smile. During his sleep, Krishna used to call the demigods, and this made Yashoda anxious. "O Shiva, welcome. Please sit down here. O Brahma, please sit on my left. O Kartikeya, are you well? O Indra, are you happy? Where have you been, Kubera? I have not seen you here." When Mother Yashoda heard her child speaking like this in his sleep, she said, "My dear child, why are you saying all these unearthly things?" Then to free him from evil spirits, she put saliva of the child. So I will stop here. Tomorrow we will go from the Manda Ghat to Raval. So because we were reading, we visited the Nandama Bhavan, so all these memories came out. So all these pastimes are there. So Vrinda Gopika Mataji, I want to sing a little bit for you. Vraje prasidam navanita chauram गोपांगनानां च दुकूलचौरम् अनेकजन्मार्जितपापचौरम् चौराग्रगण्यं पुरुषं नमामि क्षीराधिकाय हृदयस्य चौरं नवाम्बुदश्यामलकान्तिचौरं प्रदाश्रितानां च समस्तचौरं चौराग्रगण्यं पुरुषं नमामि. So thank you very much for patiently listening. Peace.
Jai. So sweet. Mataji singing. Jai.
जय माताजी श्री चौराम की जय, श्री धाम वृंदावन धाम की जय, व्रज परिक्रमा की जय, शिल प्रभुपाद श्री गुरुदेव की जय, श्यामगुरी देवी दासी की जय, कोटि कोटि प्रणाम टू ऑल.
Jai. Jai. Very beautiful singing, Mataji. Very beautiful. Thank you so much.
Mataji, thank you so much for all the childhood pastimes. It was very, very beautiful pastimes in Nanda Bhavan, and thank you for the most sweet singing that you always do. Thank you so much. Hari Bol.
Thank you very much, everybody, and I wish we all will go to Vrajamandal Parikrama one day, and we will see all these places.
Jai.
Yes,
Mataji.
Srimati Radharani and Bhakti Devi Tulsi Maharani, all the Bhakti Sangha Vaishnava and Vaishnavi will enter in Shri Dham Vrindavan Dham, Mataji, by your prayers. Hari Bol.
Mataji. Okay, Mataji, let's all offer our obeisances to Mataji and all the Vaishnavas. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta koti vaishnavavrinda ki jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय. श्री व्रजमंडल परिक्रमा की जय. श्री वृंदावन धाम की जय.
श्यामगौरी माताजी की जय.